please.
Okay. Once again, I thought the team played exceptionally hard and well together. We definitely were all about supporting one another and respecting all, fearing none. I thought we definitely came in with the right mindset, the right mentality, and I think it definitely showed up on the scoreboard, and a lot of irony in the game with nobody scoring points in the second and fourth quarter. So one quarter we go with the win, score 21, and another quarter we go against the win and score 21. And it was a pretty healthy win, but I think we definitely used it to our advantage in the first half, and I think Chris and John both did an exceptional job of helping our team succeed today.
You talk a little bit about just the mindset going in. I mean, you kind of knew that you'd probably defer. Do you always defer, or was it predicated on the win today that you wanted to make sure that you had the win to start the game?
That's such a guessing game, depending on what's happening. But we have deferred the last two games, and in the first game we won the toss and took the ball. So a lot of it just depends on elements and where we are, and there's a lot of things that come into play. But I wouldn't make too big of a deal of it. We just if we get the ball or have to kick the ball off, we're ready to play either way.
But you obviously used timeouts at the end of the quarter, almost as if it were the end of the half, just to make sure that you had the win,
right.
So you'd be able to, knowing what Crookston was doing, trying to go against it. Were you a little worried at the time that what would happen the other way around, not knowing what was going to happen in the third quarter, obviously?
I think ironically everything turned out great. When you use your timeouts like that, you're taking some risks, but I think the players definitely used it to our advantage, and we ended up being able to save one and ended up using it later, which helped us out a lot. But throwing a touchdown with 1 second left and being able to kick off with the win again, I think was very helpful to our team and helping us put some points on the board in the first quarter.
I was going to ask about that onside kick. You guys had a couple where you tried. I guess just my question is, you guys were up, 35-0 at the end. Was it, first of all, was it an intentional onside kick, or was it just the wind was so strong that it just kind of ended up that way?
Well, as you saw, the squib trick kick that we did after those two, we call those pooch kicks. They're not onside kicks. Onside kicks are kicks that we kick in the ground and try and recover. What we're trying to do is use the wind to our advantage and have the wind hold up the ball. And it gives us an opportunity to go on and cover the ball better than if you kick the ball straight down the field and allow the return team to get their return set up and allow them to get their blockers in place. So we're using it as a tool to try and utilize the wind and put the ball in the air. And if we can recover, we should have had the first one too. If we can recover it, great. I think we recovered that one inside the 40. It's better than kicking the ball out of bounds and giving the other team the ball at the 40-yard line, or letting them have a great return like they did against our squib kick on the last kickoff that we had. They returned that thing to the other, our side of the field. So that gives you a little indication of what a squib kick can do versus a pop-up pooch type of kick. But it had nothing to do with gamesmanship or a sportsmanship deal. It's just a strategy we use no matter what the score is. Probably shouldn't have said that. Scratch that from the record.
Considering the trouble they were having kicking into the wind, did you have punt block calls on, or was it just a matter of getting a good rush there, or what happened? You had 2 block punts?
One that we did, we're fortunate enough to get in there and get a great rush and block the kick. Very clean. That one we should have scooped and scored, and the other one we got a hand on it, and we're fortunate enough to put it in a position where we can. They didn't have much net yardage on that kick, so and then we tried to fake punt ourselves, and we were unsuccessful there. So there was plenty of plays being made in a positive and negative fashion on special teams today.
Chris, you had a pretty big fan section out there today at Family Week, and how did it feel to have had a pretty big game? How'd that feel, playing like that?
Yeah, it felt good. I felt like I always kind of let them down when they always came up to see me play, so I don't know. It just kind of turned into a good game all around, but it was definitely nice to have them there and see them up in the stands and smiling and everything. So, I mean, it was definitely a little morale boost there having them all up here. I mean, it's always nice to have family around, living away from home and everything. But yeah, definitely nice to have them there, see them after the game and everything, so.
Chris, did you talk just a little bit about the way you played today and what, you were able to do? You had 3 sacks and really helped the line there. What was going well for you and, what did you see out there?
I don't know, I felt like I just played a ball game just like any other week. It was just the defense as a whole. I mean, obviously throwing a shutout was definitely a good overall effort by all of us. I don't feel like I did anything over what I normally do. It's just a matter of other guys executing their assignments and just finally come together as a whole and just let everything just play out the way it should. I mean, not just the fact that I had the sacks. I mean, it could have been any other guy out there. Just the way we were playing, we all had. It was just bound to happen the way we were playing. We were just executing everything to the best of our ability. And it was just good to see us playing as a unit that really wanted to win today. So it was fun to see.
It's fun to have that, first half or the first quarter where, given your offense such a short field,
Yeah.
basically, getting off the field quickly, giving the offense a short field and they scored quickly. It was insane.
Yeah, it was fun to dominate like that. I mean, I don't think other than that last drive, they didn't cross the 50-yard line the whole first half or whatever. I mean, it seemed like we were just dominating up front and just overall as a defense, just to pin them down like that and give our offense great field position. Obviously, that's a big thing for our team as a whole, just to dominate both sides of the ball like that.